Previously on Fabulous.
What advice would you like to give younger mothers?
They should pray a lot to the lives of their children, but also plan with their partners. Invest in your children.
Yeah.
I think that's the most important thing. Invest in your children at a very young age, because those ones, if you wait for them to grow too much before you start investing in them, you might have lost the moment. So invest in your children at a very young age, and then
Hello and welcome back to Farmless on Leader Freak TV. My name, as usual, is Letitia Ohinefa, and I'm here this day with Timothy Ochoa. He's from Uganda, and we're going to talk about anything and everything about him, but focusing on he's a mommy's boy, I think, because he came to Ghana and brought us a whole bag of things from his mom, which we really appreciate. So he's my Ugandan brother now, and I'm just going to have a sit down with him to talk about a little bit about his life, get into his psyche a little bit, his expectations of mothers, his own wife, and how his wife or mother basically just torment him a little bit in love. So Timothy, you're welcome.
Thank you, Antish. I'm happy to be here.
Thank you.
And happy to know that I'm mommy's boy. I didn't know that.
You didn't know that? I like that. What did you know? What do you know?
I just knew I am Timothy Ochoa. Yeah.
And how do you relate with your mom?
Wow. It's a wonderful relationship between me and my mom. Perhaps that may confirm what you're saying, that I'm mommy's boy, because from both my siblings and people around the village, they think I am my mother's favorite child.
Really?
Yeah,
How's
so
that
I have
so?
had that quite a number of times.
Okay.
So I'm imagining how you came with the conclusion that I am. So
when you travel to Ghana and your mom sends us a whole package, that's something to be, it's admirable, and we're very grateful.
yeah, she thinks I have a family in
Yeah,
Ghana.
but you do have a family,
which
yeah.
I am happy about. So the last time I was in Ghana, I had a package to take for her. And so in her heart, she knows she has a son, a daughter, and grandchildren in Ghana. So whenever I'm coming, I even don't have to say I will or not. I have to just take anything she gives me to bring to Ghana. Yeah.
So how did your siblings and everybody around her decide that you are her favorite?
Wow. That's a good question, and a hard one as well. You see, I can't pinpoint at a certain thing that this is what makes me a favorite child. But growing up, I think I gave her very little hard time.
Okay.
So that makes her give reference to me while talking about other children, perhaps those that gave her hard time bringing up, because basically we grew up with our mother.
Okay.
She fought our wars. She did everything to bring us up. So one thing that I can point at is maybe my personality. Up to today, I am an adult. I am mature. I'm getting to grow older, but up to today, I find it very, very difficult to tell my mother no. It is one of those difficult things for me to do. Even if I want to say no, I try to find another way to say it. Yeah, so basically, I think because of my character and how growing up, how I was easier to manage. So the ones who are stubborn, and they have
academy folks.
Yes, so they have to discipline them all the time and say, be like Timothy.
But then
Why don't you?
reference points can be problematic as well
Yeah,
in
so
parenting.
yes.
How has that affected your relationship with your siblings at all?
Uh, that sentiment only comes maybe if someone also wants to manipulate my mother and get something.
Okay.
But
Okay.
otherwise,
Okay.
they also equally think I am disciplined
Okay.
and I am someone they look up to. And surprisingly, I am also the firstborn.
Oh,
Yes,
so I was going to
so
ask that question.
yes, so
Okay.
they basically find me someone they can say, okay, this is our leader, our elder brother, and so on. So I find them manipulative when they want to, when they say that, they only simply want to, make my mother, tone down a little bit. Yeah, but otherwise, it hasn't affected how I relate with them. They still respect me and they still hold me in high regards as their elder brother.
That's a lot of pressure for for them to look up to you, for them to hold you in high esteem, and then sometimes you almost have to live up to that expectation.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So how does that work in your currently? What do you have to do to live up to the expectations?
What I have to do and what I have
Or
done,
have done, yeah.
yeah, what I have done is like maybe to surprise you a little bit.
Uh-huh.
My two followers all have kids.
Okay.
So for me to be able to hold my siblings together and all that, I have had to delay some things and get exactly very ready. My follower has 3 kids.
Wow.
The next follower has 2, you know. And these kids, I take them like mine. So around the village, sometimes when I go with these kids moving around, because when I am in the village, I am like,
A
the
king.
kids' darling. You can find this arm is holding 3, this arm is holding so much,
That's sweet.
and we just move around the village. And also, even if, then this brings me to my earlier thing that people say I am my mother's favorite. Now, I am again the kids' favorite.
Ah,
You
so
know,
you are just the
so
favorite.
yeah.
You just might become the favorite of my staff.
Yeah, so I try to envision what I want the family to look like and work towards it, and try every day to tell my siblings that, look here, our mother did not go to school, but she has worked so hard. I can tell you, my mother is one of those people that work extremely hard at her level to make sure that her family, is somewhere. And by our standards, I give it to her. Yeah. So right now, I want to take over a little bit of responsibility from her.
Okay.
Because I see a woman who has toiled. Over time, I have developed also a thick skin. you know, every problem will come to you, and
As the first child.
yes, as the first child. Some you can you know about them. Others you perhaps don't even know about them, and they are looking up to you for solution. So like you said, you're right. It comes with pressure, but you also have to keep a cool head all the time. And I wouldn't say that I am good at doing that, but
Okay.
I try, and I try to improve every day, every day. And I'm happy about the journey I've moved, the people I have met. When I met Michael in Uganda, then when he was facilitating a training I was participating in, I found him fascinating. I found him so sweet. Perhaps that's why we are from that time, we are good friends, and we keep, talking to each other and meeting again and again and again. So people like Michael inspire me.
Wonderful.
I have so much I have learned from him. There are friends of mine who think I perhaps don't get annoyed, because
I might join that group.
yeah, you have the same feeling of me, but that's the journey I have moved, and the experience I've been through. So it has made me the person I am
Today.
Yes.
And
so
who would you
the
say that
world,
person is?
I am a person that the world has humbled to this date.
Ah, in what way? Because I didn't let you introduce yourself because I was curious about you being a mommy's boy. So that's why I started the conversation.
Yeah.
Typical of me, I just went straight to the point. But it would be good for our audience to also know a little bit about Timothy Ochu, what you do, especially in Uganda.
Yeah.
You're in Ghana now. What brings you to Ghana? And then I'm going to get into your business, about your expectation of your wife regarding mothering at some point. But for now, if you're watching us, thank you for tuning in. We encourage you to subscribe, to share, to like, to leave a comment. Share your own story with us. Let us know if you'd like to even be interviewed as well. And then click the notification button so that you never ever miss an episode. We're simply sharing the stories of regular normal people like you and I who are doing their very best every single day to be the very best that they have been created to be, the very best that they have envisioned to be. And we're praying and hoping that as we share these stories, it would inspire you to want to do the same. So we're here with Timothy this morning. And Timothy, who are you? Who do people say that you are? I think we've looked at that bit a bit, but who do you say, who are you? Who's Timothy?
Okay, Timothy Ochuo is, like I said, the eldest child from a family of 5. Okay, and that family has only one girl. So you rightly said that I'm from Uganda, the eastern part of Uganda. If any Ghanaians know about the Luo people, I come from the Luo group of people.
Okay.
We are found in Uganda, Kenya, Tanzania, South Sudan. We span up to Ethiopia and all over the world. Yeah, so I come from that clan. And I'm in that tribe, and the clan is called Ramogi. So education-wise, I had the first degree in social sciences.
Okay. And
then the most recent, I have just finished my last exams in law school. Yeah, so sometime in July, I will be graduating from law school, Uganda Christian University.
Okay.
Yeah. So I am engaged currently to a wonderful lady called Sharon Chomugisha. We don't have a child yet together, but Sharon has a child who is in effect my child.
Absolutely.
And very friendly to her. We speak every day.
Okay.
Yeah. So
your parenting journey has started even before you become a biological father.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay. And not only to Sharon's child.
To your nieces and nephews.
Everywhere I have been to, because I have lived with people. Maybe knowing about me also, in that family of 5, we lost our dad at a very tender age. I was in primary 5 when we lost our dad. So that has made me live with people at almost every stage of life. You know, when you get to this level, things are hard, and then someone says, okay, I can live with so-and-so. And so I have lived with people. And that's why at a certain point I told you that I think the world has humbled me. Yeah, growing up and see how people help and how people are ready to sacrifice some bit of, their comfort to have space for you, to provide something for you. It's just amazing. Yeah, so I think that's me. That's me. Yeah.
So you're parenting a 19-year-old now.
Mm.
What's that relationship like for you? Because you told me earlier on
Mm.
that you're a gender champion as well. It'd
Yes.
be interesting to know how that is influencing your relationship with your daughter.
Mm. Gender is a big debate,
Especially today.
especially today. So I before I met Sharon and we became serious, I have been looking at things happening, and sometimes I would say, okay, there are levels that you really see, even if every man sat on their own to reflect and see that there are very many ways that we find ourselves having an unfair advantage
Okay.
over women. Okay? Just following daily life, daily family life, and what's going on, because I bring a perspective of a rural African, not a city life. In the cities, the life is different.
Yeah.
Sometimes you go to families and everyone comes back and can serve themselves food, pick water, go shower, and all that. I'm talking about a rural village life where a man and a woman and their children go to the garden in the morning. Perhaps the man does not go, okay? They come back after 2-3 hours. It is the woman who's to go to the kitchen to find what to cook. And this man who did not go to the garden, at a certain point, will be warning that his time is bad to eat. Someone who went to the garden is preparing meals, and again, they are pressuring them. It's time. That same person is taking care of kids, making sure all the kids are well. That same person is making sure, the clothes of the husband is washed. Okay? So I find, and that routine spans even to women who are working. You'll find them almost going through the same.
Yeah.
So even when you take this kind of schedule of a woman and a man at a family level, and then now you reflect on education, for example, and work life, you find that this kind of other, unpaid labor, okay, or responsibilities takes away effectiveness of a woman when it comes to education and when it comes to work. Because you're in office, you're busy thinking of your child you left at home and what you're supposed to do and how the home will be feeding. So I think, and I am convinced that women are very powerful creatures. They hold
I'm sure a
a
lot
lot.
of women will love you.
They hold a lot of responsibilities. Sometimes you think the man is big, but again, it is the responsibility of a woman to say, what you're putting on, I don't want to see it, change it. So you have little kids and big kids all together in a home. So that is the lens with which I see a woman. They are amazing. And then their undying love. You can only see it when they take care of babies who can't speak, from when they carry them to when they start to talk, to when they go to school, they pull them to school, to when they teach them to talk. Sometimes you find men struggle so much when they give them little babies to take care of, but mothers will take care of them when they are sick and they're just crying and they cannot say anything, to when they are happy and you see all of them happy, you know. That kind of experience tells you of very unique creatures. Yeah.